Good morning student. I Purnima welcome you to my class, and today I am going to once again revise story writing. So children, we have already discussed in many video classes what is a story, how do we write a story, what are the important characteristics of a story, and how you should write a story correctly and in the right format. So once again today we have already completed our syllabus, and once again today I am going to revise with you what is a story writing. Now in English we are having two type of writing section, two type of composition is there. One is long composition of 150 words and other is short composition of 50 words. In long composition, letter writing will be there, story writing, article writing, etc. will be there. In long composition, we are having article writing, story writing, all these compositions are there. Okay. So we are having two type of composition. One is story writing, long composition, another is short composition of 50 words only, like notice writing is there, message writing is there. So many short composition are there. Description writing is there in your syllabus. So this will also come in short composition of 50 to 60 words. Okay. Now, so in today's chapter, we are going to discuss about story writing. Now, first of all, it will come under the category of long composition. A story should be written in 150 to 200 words. This word limit is decided by CBSE board, and in your question paper the word limit will be given. Okay. So now some basic thing about story writing. So first of all, a story writing is an art, okay, that requires a lot of communication skill and imagination. So what is a story writing? It is an art that requires a lot of communication skill and imagination. First of all, it requires the art of narrating things in an interesting way. You will be given visual or verbal cues. You have to develop the story based on the cues. You have to develop it on the same theme as intuited by the clues. So children, one more thing I would like to tell. Whenever we write story writing, we have a verbal clue or a visual clue. So now I should tell you about the difference between a verbal clue and a visual clue. In visual clue, student, in visual clue, okay, in visual clue, the hint, these pictures are given. You have to see the picture very carefully, and according to the picture you have to decide the theme. You should first know that what is the theme of the story, and after that you will write the title, and then finally your story, and then the moral of the story will be written. Okay. So in verbal clue, hints will be given for writing the story. Now here I should like to tell you something. When hints are given, what many students do, they only write those hints and they think the story writing is completed. So it is not like that. Whenever clues is given in the examination, in the question paper, so what you have to do, you have to read the clues very carefully, and you have to elaborate those clues, and 50% of clues will be there of course 50% your imagination will also be there. So you have to mix those 50% of your imagination and 50% of that clues to make a interesting story. Okay, what you people do, many children, they simply they see the clues, either they write the same thing, and or what they do, these people, the students, they only take the help of those clues and then they write the story. So it is not like that. You have to give your own ideas, you have to think about your own ideas, and then only you are able to write the story. Okay. So the salient feature of a good story. Now I would like to tell about the salient feature of a good story. So basically, developing and writing a good story needs the art of narration. Narration means explanation here. So children, first of all, I told you, if it is a sentence, if a sentence is there and you have to develop it into a story, or clues are given in the form of a verbal or visual, so you have to see or read those clues carefully, and then you have to select or choose or write your theme. After writing your theme, you have to see whether it is the story, the moral, the heading and the whole story is according to the theme or not. That is very important to see. Okay, and for that you have to read the clues or see the clues very carefully. Now my next, and then after then you have to think, and then you have to narrate it into a story. Then a student should follow the basic theme as expounded by the input or by the introductory lines. They are not supposed to invent new and different things. Now children, ideas based related with the same thing is welcome, but that doesn't mean that you should change the theme, you should deviate from your theme. That is also very important. You should not deviate from your theme. Your theme should be according to the ideas or the clues which is given. You will not deviate from that theme. That is very urgent. That is a requirement of the story. It doesn't mean that you, what many people see children generally, sometime in the question paper the pictures are blurred and people they form different concept, and there they get wrong. The whole theme and the whole story goes wrong. So everything you have to see, you have to read, you have to think very carefully, and according to the theme that should be expounded and should be written in the story. Now children, you have to give expression and you have to create your own story, and that is not an easy thing. And your story, the main thing is that it should be written sequence wise. That is very important. Okay, so and within your word limit. Every time we have a word limit in our story writing. Sometimes it is of 150 word or it is of 150 to 200 word. This is the and if you will write it more than this word limit, if you will cross the word limit, then children your marks will be deducted. So you have to definitely see about your word limits. Now the beginning and the concluding lines must support the main part or the events described in the story. The beginning or the beginning or the children, the beginning and the children concluding line must support the main part or the events described in the story. Okay, so and children, the format of the story I will be writing, and just now I will be telling you. So whenever there is a writing section is there, the first thing you have to see the format. So the format of the story is format of the story. You have to write the title or heading of the story. Then you have to leave one line here and you have to write the content in about 150 words, and then moral of the story. Okay, moral of the story is there. Now, so this is all about your story writing student. Okay, now whenever you write a story, you have to see this three things should be there in your story. For the title of the story should be there, and the content in about 150 words should be there, and of course the moral of the story should be there. Okay, now well, children, now I will be telling you some of the story. I will show you the picture also. Okay, about the story writing. So you can see here, write a story in 150-200 words based on the input given below. Okay. So, and children, here in this, this is a very nice question. Here the verbal and the visual both are there. The picture is there. You can see the picture, children. You can see the picture here. Okay, have you seen the picture? It is a picture of a sadhu. Okay, see the picture. Now, have you seen the picture? Now, the outline of the story is here. Outline of the story is here. What is the outline of a story? Mrs. Madhu alone in the house. So Mrs. Madhu is there and she is alone in the house. Had lunch. She was having her lunch. Watching favorite serial as well as she was watching favorite serial. Doorbell rang. Opened the door. A sadhu. And what she has seen, a sadhu was standing. So children, now you have seen the picture also, and I have told you about the inputs also. Okay, visual input. So what is the visual input? Visual input is the picture. Once again I am going to show you the picture of the sadhu, and the verbal input is that Mrs. Madhu alone in house, had lunch, watching favorite serial, doorbell rang, open door, a sadhu. Okay, so now children, here you will be writing the title. What title you will write? Now you can, if you will write the sadhu, it will look a bit strange. It will look below standard. So you have to think for some good title. So we can choose here the title, the stranger. The stranger. Okay, so we can choose the title here, the stranger. And now I'm going to read. You can see how the sequence has been written. I'm going to develop the story now. It was a weekend and Madhu, as usual, was alone in the house. Her husband had got to office and her son to college. After a day hectic household chores, she had just laid down her lunch when she got a call from her aunt. Her aunt, after discussing numbers of affairs, warned her to be alert and careful while opening door to strangers, as there were incidents of robbery and crime in their locality. She finally sat down to have lunch and, like other day, put on the television to watch her favorite serial. In the meantime, the doorbell rang, but by now the emotional story of the serial had totally diverted her mind from the warning her aunt had given. Without even seeing through the peephole, she opened the door and saw a tall sadhu standing in front of her. The sadhu was, with folded hand, asked for a glass of water as he was thirsty. She led the sadhu in and offered him water. Then suddenly she realized her aunt's warning and began feeling nervous. The sadhu, seeing her nervous expression, immediately disclosed his identity and said that he had just returned from the holy place of Amarnath, and he was known to Madhu's elder sister, who had asked him to visit her house and hand her over the holy prasad. On hearing this, Madhu heaved a sigh of relief. Okay, but children, you can add something more. It was not a prasad, it was something was there in the prasad. When Madhu ate, she started feeling dizzy, she fell down. After some time, when her family members came, the whole house was looted and she was lying on the floor. Okay, so this is the story, children, and here we can say what is the moral of the story. Never allow a stranger to come into your house. Never allow a stranger to come into your house. Okay, so this is the whole story. Okay, now the great transformation. The doorbell rang. Sunil opened the door. At first he could not recognize the tall and well dressed man who stood before him. Now children, this is another story. The doorbell rang. Sunil opened the door. At first he could not recognize the tall and well dressed man who stood before him. Then the man spoke, and all of a sudden. Now children, this type of sentence are also being given in the examination. Now you have to think very carefully, because this is very much difficult type of task to do. Okay, and now you can see I'm going to read a great transformation can be the title. Okay, what is the title here? A great transformation. The doorbell rang. Sunil opened the door. At first he could not recognize the tall and well-dressed man who stood before him. Then the man spoke, and all of a sudden the time clock moved back fast. The reel of real life started rewinding itself. Could he be Arvind himself? Arvind, his elder brother. Oh yes, he was Arvind. Okay, and no doubt about it, 20 years is quite a long time. A lot of water has flown down the Ganges since then. Sunil could never forget that great shock to the whole family. His unworthy eldest son, Arvind, for bringing misfortune to the family. But Arvind showed no remorse, no emotions either. He was dumbfounded and stood in a corner like a statue of stone. He was found the next morning. He was not found in the house. After 3 days of intense search, the police were informed he was found nowhere. After months of weeping and mourning, the family reconciled to the inevitable, and now the same Arvind stood before them. A taller and a handsome Arvind stood well dressed like a gentleman of importance. Mummy and Papa hugged him and wept with joy. Everyone was interested in knowing the missing links of the 2-decade-old story. What emerged from the narration was the story of a self-made and hard-working man. Arvind turned over a new leaf. He did some odd jobs to sustain and educate himself. He graduated from the University of Delhi with first division. He got a decent job in a prestigious multinational and bought a 2-bedroom flat on the installment. No doubt he was of marriageable age, but preferred to remain a bachelor, and it was a happy ending for the whole family, as Papa and Mummy were soon busy in finding a suitable girl for their blessed son. Okay, so children, what should be the moral of the story? The moral of the story is all ends, all is well that ends well. Okay, now human, so children, you can see once again, I tell you children, the good character of a story is that you have to at least write in 3 to 4 paragraphs. You have to think what should be the introductory line. You have to think children what should be the ending line. Okay, and in between the all the main points should be written in 3rd and 4th line. So this is very necessary thing. Okay, at the same time you should not cross your word limit. Writing section we have to follow the word limit. Okay, now children, you have to see whether if it is a verbal or visual theme is there, or if any picture is there, or any clue is there, or any sentence is there. So you have to see that your title and your moral and your whole story should be written according to the theme. Okay, so this you have to see, student. Okay, and definitely when you will see the picture, think. Writing section is fully children, it is developed on thinking. The more you will think seriously, the more good points you will be writing. Okay, you can jot down your points somewhere, and afterward you collect, you read and reread that points. Automatically you will know that which points will come first and which point will come second. Okay, and in this way the whole ideas you can adjust, all right, sequence wise. The other important things are there that children, in writing, all right, in writing section children, no grammatical error should be there. Avoid spelling mistake. Try to write in easy language. The more easy language you will write, the more less mistake you will be doing. Don't use lot of flowery words and difficult words, because children, many people, they have got a sound knowledge of the language, but just to show off, just because of overconfidence, they use such a hard word that sometimes children, their spelling becomes wrong, or they don't know how to use that word in proper context. Okay, so grammatically also the structure of the sentence, it becomes wrong. Of course you will not children write unnecessary thing. Like many students, they deviate from the topic and they write many unnecessary things. So this you should know this should not happen. You should write each and everything according to the theme. Okay, with this I must say one more thing children. The most important thing, how you should write a heading. Many people write the heading in children, what to say, they will never write the heading the way the heading should be written. They will write all the letter in a small letter. So please see, if to write with a running hand, the first letter of each word should be written in the capital letter. Okay, avoid writing long sentence in heading. Make your heading very short. Then comes the moral of the story. Again, the moral of the story should be based on the theme of the story. So this you should check. Okay, the thing is that children, the important thing is that whenever you write a story, you should see three things. The proper title should be there, the proper format of the story should be there. Okay, and title should be there, moral should be there. Moral should be written afterward. One more thing, while checking the copy, I have found the children at the last they write the story title is this. So children, then again children, you will get less mark. You should write the title where the title should be there. Title should be written in the beginning, then your story in 3 to 4 words, and after that finally you will write the moral. And children, see, the same title and moral is should not be written. Like once upon a time I have given the story on honesty. So the many students, they have written honesty is the best policy as a moral also and as the title also. So this you have to see that your title and moral should be not be the same. Okay, with this I conclude my video here. Thank you and have a nice day ahead. Good day. Goodbye.